Welcome to the ToKnight Show with Superintendent Shannon Cheek, your go-to podcast for staying in the know about all the exciting happenings in your local school community. We know that we are stronger together, so today's conversation is designed to give you a greater opportunity to be actively engaged in the success of our students. And now, Mr. Cheek.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Shannon Cheek, and I want to welcome you to the ToKnight Show. Today, I'm extremely excited. This is episode 5, I believe, and we are joined by some, in my opinion, some very important and very excited to talk to the individuals that are here today because they contribute greatly to our school. So we have members of our PTO, we have members of various booster clubs, and we have a representative of the foundation here today too to talk to us about kind of their organizations and how they support the schools, and maybe even encourage some of you to get involved and help support those organizations that they represent. So again, I've introduced myself before, and I think you all know who I am. So without further ado, maybe let's just go around the room and introduce yourself and talk about the organization that you represent.
Okay. My name is Randa Carson. I am president of the Knight Sports Boosters. Sports boosters consist of any parent that's in a sport, and we just basically support the kids and the sports and anything they need.
Yes, my name is Danny Powell, and I'm the vice president of the Educational Foundation 305. Rod Randall is our chairperson. As I understand, the foundation was begun by former Superintendent Al Froman in the maybe early 80s, so it's about 40 years old. And I like to think of us as kind of the icing on the cake. We provide enrichment, supplemental kinds of things, scholarships. Basically, we provide money that would free up money from the education fund that can be used for other things. So I'm very happy to be here.
My name is Stephanie Harris, and I am with Liasons PTCO. I've been with them this will be my second year. We are really just trying to build the program right now and help wherever the school might need us to.
My name is Beth Wiley, and I'm with the Arthur Grade School PTO. We are a small group that just helps out where we can throughout the year to support teachers and students.
So thank you for coming. We have representatives that couldn't be here from the Fine Arts Boosters, so when we wrap things up, I will also be speaking on their behalf of what their role is and what some things they have done to contribute to the schools, as well as the Allen Hammond Grade School PTO as well. So you introduced yourself, you talked a little bit about your organization. Maybe for those watching, can you just maybe provide, kind of what your role is, how long your organization has been around? You talked about a little bit, Danny, about the foundation, but how long maybe it's been around? And for those that don't know, maybe some background on the organization and what role you've played exactly in kind of supporting the various organizations that you represent.
Okay. Sports Boosters has been around. I did not research that. I don't know how long. I have been on Sports Boosters for 14 years. This is my actual final year as Connor's a senior. So my role when I first started was just a member, and then I've worked my way up, and now I'm president, have been for 2 years. What our main goal is for this, and always has been with me, is students to not have to pay for uniforms, and that's been the main goal, and we've successfully succeeded in that since it started. The other things that we do now are senior banners as the senior gifts that hang in the football field or the baseball field or the gym now. Uniforms for all high school and junior high sports, programs at the high school sports. Some other things that we do help with is the hospitality rooms. We do not run the hospitality rooms, but we do provide the meat. Referee meals for the football games. And then homecoming week, we used to do a lot more, but it's kind of downsized, which is good because the school has taken, our students have taken over more roles. We help with the bonfire and then give hot dogs, lemonade, and water to the students after the Powder Puff game. When our football team makes it to playoffs, which is more than not, so it seems, we provide a meal for both teams after the game. We help with charter buses and hotels when needed. I could go on and on. Do you want me to keep going?
You guys really do. You do an excellent job.
Yeah.
I think lots
No,
of
no.
things just outside of uniforms. So
Yes.
I know I've heard numerous comments from the officials of when you provide them, the meals that you do
Yeah.
at games. Those are just a nice touch, and it's harder and harder to get officials. So those things
Yes.
also support kids.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Powell.
Yes. Let me just. The foundation, there's not that many members. Rod Randall is the mayor of our community, also a charter member of the foundation. But we also have 2 board members. That's Ryan Nettles and, of course, and Christy Meckling and Mr. Cheek involved in the foundation. Stan Harris is a member, as well as Carol Smith. My job as vice president, really, I got it pretty easy compared. I'd say Marty Yako is our secretary, and she posts things on Facebook to kind of keep people current with what we're doing in the foundation. And Shelly Martina is the treasurer, and let's see who else. And Stan Harris, I mentioned those people, do very well. What we have done as the foundation, I've been on about 8 or 9 years, and what we have done is the project started before I got there is provide every student in our district with a Chromebook. So they're very much involved in that along with the school, and that goal has been accomplished. But we also provide scholarships for students. We take applications, and students can apply for scholarships through Mrs. Hart, the guidance counselors. And we give 3 $750 scholarships. But we also realize the importance of trade and technical schools. And a program, and Mr. Cheek can tell you more about, I think it's LIFT, where we take students to Matt Toon in the trades. Well, the foundation will provide $500 toward their tuition, up to a total of $3,000 for kids to get those. I think we're starting to realize the importance of trade and technical schools. Before, we always thought, if you don't go to a four-wheel school, well, now they realize that, first of all, training beyond high school is not only nice, it's imperative, but it doesn't always have to be a four-year school. Also, we provide mini grants to the faculty. Now, mini grants, and they're pretty easy to get. You apply as a student, and this is for materials that are not covered in the normal school budget. We don't pay for capital. We aren't going to buy desks, but we buy supplemental materials, maybe math manipulatives, or, and I had a hard word saying that word, manipulatives, math manipulatives, or field trips. There may be so many other learning experiences, computer programs. We've got robotics kinds of things, so that it's up to the imagination of the teacher as to what and how they want to use that grant money, that mini grant money. And we'll normally get maybe 12 or 15 of those a year, in all four of our buildings. Also, the teachers that have the opportunity, and we enjoy it. The foundation, and I will talk a little bit later about how people can help us. We never have enough. And we have a thing, no gift to the foundation is too large. So we will, and we are a 501(c), which means it's tax deductible. So these are things, but if teachers, with one of their mini grants, we will get together, and I'll talk later about the 100 people that care as a group, and show to our stakeholders, I like to call it, people that are invested in the foundation, what they have used that money for. It's very interesting, very awakening of what's going on. We look at this school district. We are blessed with a very, very good school district. This school district is an envy of a lot of us, but we would like to make it better. And as I said before, the foundation is kind of the icing on a really nice cake, and we would like community involvement is not only nice, it's very, very important. So those are just a few of the things that so far the foundation has been doing. And like I say, probably Shelley and Marty and Carol and Rod have carried most of this weight. So that's where we're at this point.
going to be hard to top. But it's myself, and we have a couple of really good parents that volunteer and amazing staff members that help in any way possible. We helped with teacher appreciation. Last year we started with nothing in our fund, so it's been trying to build it. We helped with the teacher appreciation week. We put in a Gaga, we helped with half of a Gaga pit for the playground.
Which I understand has been
It has been a
very
huge hit.
popular, right?
Yes, the kids have taken it very seriously on trying to teach me how it even works. And I have a lot of goals. I would really like to see, I would love rubber mulch for the playground, just improving things that shouldn't come out of the budget anywhere else, and it's not going to. We would like the junior high side to get more. We have helped with doing different teacher appreciation meals. We try to do a monthly meal, just as something as, we really appreciate you. You're doing a fantastic job. And we're hoping it grows just as time goes on.
The Arthur Grade School PTO really is comprised of just a small group of 4 or 5 members. Heather Miller really is our leader and is the main liaison between Mr. Peralta and our group. So primarily we help during Teacher Appreciation Week or the weeks following, and we provide meals during parent-teacher conferences so that teachers don't have to worry about having dinner that night. And then we help with Fun Day at the end of the year, and then anything else that the school needs. So in the past, we have helped fundraise for new playground equipment, and just as projects like that arise, we're willing to help out with that too.
So as I mentioned earlier, we were filming this during the day. So again, I thank all of you for taking time out of the day. I know it's difficult to get away, but I have the Atwood Hammond Grade School PTO couldn't be here again, not because they didn't want to, but because of the time of day that it is. But in talking with Angie Parsons, they are currently finishing up a playground project that, in talking with her, was started before she arrived on the scene of the PTO, and they're trying to finish that project up, and that's going to entail putting in a volleyball net, a tether ball, and then I think they're also exploring the idea of putting in a bigger piece of playground equipment that'll include a slide and some climbing equipment. So hopefully they're hoping that gets started in the spring. And as far as Fine Arts Boosters, Katie Custer is the president, and they support the schools much like the other organizations in such a wide range of areas. They have a lot of volunteers. They support the band. They support faculty members with various music supplies that they may need. They've helped fund various trips in the past through the music program, including Disney a few years ago, as I've learned. And then I think most recently they helped fund a trip to Nashville. Recently, they've also helped, in partnership with the school, fund an upgrade to our sound system in the gym. So again, they couldn't be here, but I wanted to make sure that I recognize the efforts that they have put forth as well. So if you want to get more involved with either the Atwood Hammond Grade School PTO, I would contact Mr. Foreman, the principal at Atwood Hammond Grade School. And if you have an interest in helping with the Fine Arts Boosters, I would encourage you to contact Stephanie Sigmiller at the high school. She's our high school principal. So moving in, you talked about projects, you've talked about some of the things that you do as an organization. Can maybe you speak to some of the fundraising efforts that you have done in the past, or maybe some efforts that you're thinking about trying in the future, and maybe talk about some of the successes and what that's looked like over the years, and maybe even what you have coming up?
Okay. Different fundraisers that we have done consist of, we help with concession stands at the schools. We've done various nights with adult, trivia night or anything. Our newest thing that we've done the last couple years and are going to continue to do in March of next year is Glow Bingo. And right now that is our biggest fundraiser. We do sell some apparel throughout the year, and that kind of helps. The programs I was talking about earlier, we get sponsors, so that's kind of a pretty good fundraiser for us. We are always willing to have ideas from anyone. We're constantly looking for ideas for fundraisers because obviously things are just raising in cost. So that's the Glow Bingo and the programs are our biggest fundraiser right now.
And that was new last year, right? That was
2 years ago. This will be our 3rd year in March. So yeah,
that was really
yeah,
a lot of fun.
it is fun. It's fun to do it actually. So
If somebody wants to get involved and help with the athletic boosters, should they contact you?
they can, yeah. So my board, we do have a board, and it consists of myself, Christy Frederick, Angie Shable, Jamie Bowles, Andrea Wireman, Kara Blotto, and Stephanie Hale. So you can contact any of us and join in. And you don't have to like come to meetings or anything like that. You can just say, hey, call me when you want help, because sometimes we just need help.
You'll take any and all, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Well, the easiest way, if you just give us $10,000 to the foundation, we'll put your name on a plaque in the foyer, and we do have some of those. Now, the $10,000, it does not have to be in one lump sum. It can be over a period of years. However, most people opt for other options. We have it's called 100 People Who Care. And it's, what that is there's 100 people that give $200 toward the foundation. Now, in that $200, you can have a group of 4, and that counts as one. So 4 people donate $50 to that foundation. So, but we're working to get that 100, and we need to continue. And the people in the foundation, probably Marty Yako and Shelley Martina and Rod Randall will be the easiest contacts for if you want to be involved in that. Now, if you're a part of that 100 people, again, I tell you, this is all tax deductible. In that 200 or that 100 people that care, those are the ones, the foundation will host a dinner free for the members, paid for by the foundation. And at those dinners is when we showcase some of the projects that teacher grants have gone for, those $500 grants. We try to do this twice a year. The other one is, no pun intended, but it's Dutch treat. You pay for your own meals. So that's one way that you can get involved. And we would love to hear from you. We would love to go beyond 100 people. We'd like to have 300 people who care. So it just provides more and more programs for our schools that don't have to be covered through the educational fund, that we can do that. The other one is the reverse raffle we do every spring. We sell 100 tickets at $50 a ticket, and that entitles you to a 2 pork chop meal. And it's always has been in the past at the American Legion in Lovington. And there's a reverse, only 100 tickets, so your odds are not too bad. Every 10th ticket pulled, get your money back. You get your $50. Get down to the end, if you're the last person drawn, it's $1,000. What normally has happened, they get down to the last 3, and the group all decides we'll split it $333 apiece. And that's how it's been. It's kind of fun. The money goes to, obviously, 100% of it goes to the foundation after we pay for the pork chops and tickets and all those things. So those are some ways that you can be involved in helping the foundation. So as I said before, no gift that you give us is too large, and we would prepare to do that. So I think that's about it for what we're doing in our project. So contact us if you're interested. Talk to your neighbors, whatever it is, and I hope through this podcast, which, by the way, I compliment all you people that are doing this, help all of our programs so we can help the students in 305.
We, at Liasons Grade School, we have done Turkey Bingo. That's our biggest, event of the year. It was wonderful. The gym's always packed. Everyone's, we have baskets donated and raffle tickets sold, and it's a really fun time. This spring I had a parent bring me a cookbook that they had done in the past, and all the kids get to bring in a recipe, and they have a contest to design the cover, and it was a super cute idea. So we're hoping to roll that out as our next fundraiser. And then we've done t-shirt sales before, and we haven't really done planned any other big events. We meet on the 3rd Tuesday of every month in the library, except for this month. We did not schedule a meeting for December because of Christmas craziness. And we would just really love for anyone that has ideas to, throw them out there and just see where it can go.
So you said the third
Tuesday.
Tuesday in the
Yeah.
library.
Yes, 6 p.m.
At the high school?
Yes, Levington Grade School.
Levington Grade
Yeah.
School. And anybody's welcome to
Yes.
come.
Yeah.
For Arthur Grade School, we kind of just meet as needed, maybe 2 or 3 times a year before each kind of thing we're doing, either for teacher appreciation or parent teacher. We probably will meet in January to figure out if we need to do any kind of formal fundraising. We've been really lucky that we haven't had to have big events. Our community has been really supportive, and people in the school have been really giving towards it, so that's been great. I think last year we did sell t-shirts to help raise some extra funds. So in January we'll reevaluate what we need to do for the coming year. So, but other than that, if people are interested in donating, they can contact Mr. Peralta at the school, and the school keeps track of the funds for us. So,
Well, that really kind of wraps things up today. I do want to again express my thanks to all of you for not just your time today, but the time that you give our district. Each one of your organizations is vital to what we do, and I know how much extra work you put in, and I see and live the benefits that our kids get from the work that you put in. And we're unique with our separate communities that we have, but it's so nice to see all of those organizations working towards a common goal. So again, thank you so very much. And again, if you're interested in helping any of these organizations, please reach out, because I know that the help is welcome, and the support is needed. So again, thank you so much for coming. Appreciate your time, and we would ask that you look for episode 6 that's going to be coming soon. As I mentioned in episode 4, we are heading into a holiday break, so we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from recording, but we will be back on air as soon as we return to school in January, and look forward to continuing. So thank you very much, and have a great holiday season.
Thank you for listening to The ToKnight Show, a broadcast of Arthur Lovington Outwood Hammond Community Unit School District number 305. Special thanks to today's guests. This podcast is produced for you by the Arthur Lovington Outwood Hammond Broadcasting class.